very grateful, Lord, all that you are and all that you do. In your son's precious name, amen.
Amen. Welcome back, my friend.
Alright, hi, and welcome to Conventionally Unstable.
I had to be extra. I felt it. I was feeling it. I was feeling the extra.
You know what? If you're feeling it, go for it.
Oh my god.
I don't have my laptop with me right now, so
I
you're
have
gonna
mine.
Oh, what a guy.
Guys,
I don't know. Do we introduce ourselves again? Is that a thing?
Okay. Well, I'm Ari.
And I'm Albert.
That's all they're getting. If you didn't listen
That's
to the
all
first
they're
one,
getting.
you don't get a whole intro again.
Exactly. It was funny because I thought this was funny, and I'll tell you guys. My mom yesterday was talking to me. She was like, Albert, so I followed Ari on Facebook, and I was like, oh, cool.
She's my friend on Facebook, guys.
And she was like, I was like, okay, and she was like, and I didn't know that you were doing a podcast with her. And I was like, yeah, we are. And she was like, what is it called? And I was like, Conventionally Unstable. And then my cousin Marquise was there, and he was like, that's a good name.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you.
Oh wait, I love that. Yeah, your mom. I posted like something and I tagged you in it, and she was like, "He's awesome." No wait, I'm gonna read you what she said because it was so cute.
Oh, she's funny.
I was like, this woman is my favorite person ever.
She doesn't know how to use technology, but I love it.
She's so funny. Okay. Oh, it was this one. She literally goes, he's pretty darn funny, and you are a gem, Ari.
Dang,
your
right.
mom your mom is the MVP right now.
That's right.
I don't know. Okay, so I don't know. We don't really have anything to talk about today. Oh no, we hung out for the first time in a forever amount of time on Monday.
It's been a while.
The last time I saw you was a certain day. I don't know if we're talking about that yet.
We're not talking about that day.
I don't know. What day are we talking about?
There's so many days. All of the days are what the days are.
Yeah, we hadn't hung out. I couldn't even tell you the last time we hung out before that.
Well, because of COVID, man.
Yeah. Like, we talk all the time, but, like, I don't remember the last time we actually hung out.
That's true. That is true.
The first time we met.
Imagine. Oh, my gosh.
No.
We talked about that. We talked about that last time.
No, I'm saying that would have been funny if that was the last time we hung out.
Oh, that'd be weird. That'd be crazy.
They'd be like,
that was what,
how
3 years ago? 4 years ago now?
4 years ago?
5 years ago? Yeah, I was 14.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, I'm 19 now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was 14.
Guys.
But we weren't best friends then. We were just good friends.
I was saying that was last time we hung out. It was when you were 14. Yeah.
Dang, man. That makes you sound weird.
No. No, it doesn't. Because, one, at that time, we weren't friends.
No, we weren't.
So it doesn't count.
Yeah.
And we used to hang out more when you lived in Glendale, and I would come to visit you at work.
Those were super fun because I think I liked working at Glendale a lot. Not because I liked the people. The people there were terrible. But
are you okay with saying that?
At the people at work? Heck yeah.
Do you want people to hear you say that your old coworkers are terrible?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Because there was one specific... All of them were angels.
Except this one person?
They were humans. Except one person. And anybody who worked with me when I was at that part of the place where I worked, they know who I'm talking about.
I love it.
Yeah. I didn't like the customers. Like, I seriously think anybody who goes into customer service should get the Medal of Honor because
Yes.
it's terrible. I just got back. FYI, I just got back from a terrible shift at work.
So he might be a little bit like less.
So I might
today.
be a little bit less energetic, a little bit more.
So you liked working at Glendale more?
No. The only reason I liked it like that was because people that I knew would come visit. Like friends would come visit.
Yeah.
And just having someone come visit you while you're at work makes your heart feel really light. Because you're just like, oh, there's people I know. You know, like, it's not a constant onslaught of people wanting 40 ranches and wanting to speak to my manager.
Let's talk about the first time I came to visit you.
Oh my gosh, where I screamed incoherently.
Dead funny.
And my manager.
Dead funny. Oh first of all, I didn't tell him I was coming.
No.
Me and my other best friend drove all the way there.
That's like a 30-minute drive, yeah?
Like, yeah. It's not close.
Yeah, it's not close, but it's not like super far. It's
not like where you live now.
No, like now it's a far drive, yeah.
It's actually, you know me, like I like driving, so it doesn't really bother me, but I genuinely like, it was only, really think about it in this sense, the only reason it was it was longer, was because of the freeway I had to get on.
The 405, right?
Yeah. I didn't have to get on the 405 going to Glendale, so it doesn't take that long. Yeah, you just take the 2, yeah. So it only takes me like 30 minutes to go to your other store. So me and Pulig decide we're going to be those friends. We're going to be those extra friends. Mm-hmm. Scare the crap out of you.
Mm-hmm. And you did.
Walked in, and we just stood there. Like, didn't even get food. And then he literally was like doing his thing, just working like a grown adult, and turns around and sees us. Friggin' screamed so loud. You're like, what?
Okay, it wasn't a scream. It was an exclamation.
It was an exclamation of my name. And what?
I think I went, ah! And then the people turned. And then they were like, you good, Albert? I was like, no, that's my best friend.
And then you were like, can I go say hi?
Yeah, I was like, can I go say hi? She's like, well, you already got all the attention on yourself.
You might as well.
Might as well.
I can't even imagine what everyone else was thinking when you, like, were
They're probably
so
like,
loud.
His shirt's red. He's dying. I don't know. Something like that. Probably like I stabbed myself.
It was so funny. I was like, oh my god. So you work in food service.
There you go.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, I work in the food service.
And you hate it.
Oh, 100%. I cannot wait to get out.
What do you want to do?
Oh.
You don't have to know. Trust me, at 19,
well,
I had no idea.
I know what I want to do. Well, no, I know what I wanted to do. I've wanted to do it since I was 9. I actually want to go into the ministry, be a minister for the church. But my absolute dream would to be having some type of side business. I don't know exactly what, but something that pays the bills. Mm-hmm. So that way I can actually serve in the ministry without actually being paid by the church. I want to be able to support me and my own family and then give to the church. You know, like have something that's just sort of self-sufficient. Maybe even like have like rental properties or something like that. Just something that is a constant stream of income.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, just a constant stream of income. So that way I don't personally have to worry about like, oh shoot, how am I going to put, food on the table? Yeah. Because ministry. Hopefully my wife is like a freaking model or something like that, and then she just like kills it. I don't know. So we just have a bunch of money, and then I can do whatever the heck I want.
Because obviously ministry is not a job you go into because it pays.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not why you go into the ministry.
Yeah, and that wouldn't be my heart going into it. Like, it'd be like, no, I'm going to go into this to serve, because that's my calling, and that's what God wants me to do. But, like, like, I'm not gonna go in.
You're like, I make bank. Like, no, you don't.
Sheesh. You see that 98 Corolla I bought? Sheesh, straight off the lot. Like, what do you say to that? What about you? What do you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up?
What do I want to be when I grow up? I'm 27. What do I want to be when I grow up? I feel like I want to be happy. I know that sounds dumb.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
so.
Okay, Disney.
Okay,
Um.
wait.
Okay,
You've known
continue.
me
Sorry.
forever. There's
4.5 years to be precise. Yes.
okay. You've known me for a minute,
Yes.
and I feel like there aren't. I can't name a handful of times that I've said that I'm actually happy.
Whew. I got really dark really quickly.
Okay, but not
But
like
no,
in a.
no, 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 no.
Do you
I
know what I
understand
mean?
what you're saying.
Like
Yeah, I
I
was
feel
just
like
kind of lightheaded.
my life is good. Like
Yeah.
I have a good life. Like I am not complaining. Let's
Yeah.
be real. We talked about this Monday. I am not
Yeah, we did.
complaining about my life at all.
Yeah.
But I think that like my career and my jobs don't like for the longest time I've done the same thing for 6 years, and so
They
it
don't
never
spark
made me
joy.
happy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I feel like as I get older, like the materialistic things don't matter as much to me. So it's like
Yeah, you want something. Yeah.
I want something that's gonna make me happy, and I just got that job. Like I just got
Yeah.
the job that's gonna make me happy.
No,
2 days
exactly.
ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God is so good.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'm
for
like,
real, he is.
I'm so happy. Like I'm so excited. Like for the future and like what God's gonna do because I finally got a job where I can be creative and enjoy my job and
Mm-hmm.
work from home and just do what I love and not work in an environment that I just don't want to be in.
Yeah, no, for real.
Because I've
I
been
think
doing
that's a
that
real
for a
thing.
minute.
I think most people who listen to this are gonna be like, yeah, no, I understand that. You know, like they're gonna be like, yeah, like like, yeah, I want to be a doctor, or yeah, I want to do this, or I want to do that. But I think a lot of people's goal is like, I just want to be happy. You know, I want to be fulfilled in my job.
Yeah, I want to do
Like,
something I love. Like, I think a lot
yeah.
of people think that they have to like settle for a job that is going to give them money, which those are not bad. Those jobs are great because those jobs are necessary.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
But I don't think
somebody's got
anybody's
to
gonna be
do
like,
that.
oh, you know, like I don't think anybody's gonna be like, you know what I wanted to be since I was a young kid?
Make money.
A garbage man.
There are some people
like,
who want that job. And
well,
I'm
no,
not.
because it's a good job.
Yeah.
Have you seen the benefits of
Dude, so good.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
I was like, I was well dump into some trash right now. Jeez.
Tom.
Be the best garbage man you ever seen.
Heck yeah. But yeah, it's like nobody, the jobs that pay, like everyone wants those. But do those are you happy at that job? No. Those are the people that are more likely to get divorced probably. Or be depressed. Sure. Like, those are the jobs.
Oh, no, for real.
Like, it's a thing. Like, those are the people who, like, don't spend as much time with their families because they're so wrapped up in their careers. And those are the people who are just super lonely. And I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
think it's...
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to be, like, you know, busy with your job. You know, but like,
not at all, because I am busy as heck all the time.
Oh, yeah. But
I love my job, and it doesn't feel like a job.
Yeah.
And that's the goal. I want my job to not feel like a job.
And I think that's true in most sense, but I think sometimes, you know, sometimes even your job that doesn't feel like a job can feel like a job sometimes, you know, obviously because people get tired, you know.
Yeah.
That was a ridiculous sentence that I just said.
But it made sense.
The job that you don't want to be like a job, that it feels like a job. Like, that's the purpose of a job. I've said job way too many times.
You did.
Who was I talking to? Somebody? Oh, I was talking to a brother yesterday, and I was like, yeah, like, I want to be like the bee's knees. But I said the bee's knees like 7 times in a sentence.
Oh, God.
And he was like, bro,
Can you not?
I think you fulfilled your quota of saying the bee's knees for the week. I was like, I think I cleared it for a year, bro.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah, I said it 7 times. I'm pretty sure I'm going to say bee's knees at least twice more.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to.
I'm just not allowed to say the bee's knees.
Big you. Anyways.
Oh, no.
That's what I want to do. But if we're going to put, like, a name on my job that I want.
Astronaut.
I have my job. So.
Superhero.
Wow, that was a lot.
That was a lot. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Said hair flip and everything.
I'm so glad nobody saw that but you. And then you just called me out too. Thanks. Like, I love the fact that, like, I'm able to do stuff like that for people that I love. Um,
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
which I haven't been able to for a while. So
Yeah.
it's super cool, like that God is just like, hey,
I mean, yeah, God's using finally your talent of music. Why don't you talk about that? Your
my
music. Where did that journey start?
my music.
Yeah, just like making music and
Oh, where did my journey with music start? It started when I was really little, actually.
ooh,
Um,
backstory.
so the first song that I knew all the lyrics to was an AC/DC song.
Of course it was,
If you know my father, makes a lot of sense.
which I do.
Um, for those of you who don't know, um, my dad and I are very close. My dad is like, he's my person. We're like together all the time. We do everything together. Um, so when I was 3, I was at my friend's house, and I was singing the song. Um, but again, I'm 3. Like I don't know what it is. Like I don't know what this song means. And my friend's mom, got really mad and basically like dragged me back to my house and like banged on the door. My parents came out and my dad was like, what the heck? And she goes, oh, your daughter was singing a super inappropriate song. I was like, just chilling, 3 years old, like not knowing what was going on. And he was like, well, what was she singing? This woman, mind you, this woman's like 40 something, looks dead at my father and goes, she was singing Stiff Upper Lip.
Oh my gosh.
And my dad literally just looked at this woman and goes, yes. I'm just like, so excited that he didn't mess up one of his children. It was so funny. And like, that mom didn't let me come over for a minute. But then like that girl ended up being one of my closest friends, and so like, which was really funny.
That's
But
hilarious.
that's where like it started in a sense, was like my dad just introducing me to a lot of music, and then my middle name is based on a musical. So my middle name's Christine, and so my dad loves Phantom of the Opera, and the main character in Phantom of the Opera, her name's Christine. Little did my dad know that was going to end up being my favorite musical.
Oh, I didn't know that was your favorite musical.
Yeah.
I love Phantom of the Opera.
So good.
Oh yeah.
It was
Dude,
big
let's
part.
talk about musicals.
Let's talk about it. Are you going to talk about Hamilton?
No, actually, I was going to talk about a different one. I think right now my favorite musical has got to be like Dear Evan Hansen.
It's fire.
I love
So
that one
good.
because I'm like, dude, it tackles like mental health and mental health awareness in such a cool and beautiful way. Also, that was the first song. Those are like the first songs that I heard of a musical, and I was like, this is kind of tight, not gonna lie. Yeah. And then, with your music, so Christine, obviously, and then
was
you
a
started.
big part of like why I started singing. Is because of Christine, and like I'm self-taught in music, all of it. So in
Humble
singing,
brag.
No, stop.
I love you.
Yeah. So the way that like my brain works is, I can listen to a song, and if you give me 15 minutes, I'll probably know all of the words to that song.
Oh yeah.
But that's just because I'm very much so like a repetitive learner in a sense. So when a song comes out that I really like, I will just put it on repeat for 15 minutes. And by the time that 15 minutes is up, I've now learned all of the words to that song. Which, mind you, that means I've probably listened to that song 5 times.
Yeah.
So, when I was little being like 10,
Nice.
Phantom of the Opera was like a big thing in our house. Like my dad's mom, collected Phantom of the Opera stuff. Like I have a jewelry box that has Phantom on it. For my grandma, like I have a ticket stub from Phantom of the Opera, like from when my grandma was little. Like it was crazy. So I would listen to these songs and try to sing them. But I think just that, like, music to me was a different world. It was a place that I could go and nobody could talk to me or tell me that I was wrong, because in my world of music, it's mine. And it had become such a safe place for me that I could sit and listen to music for hours and feel like nothing could hurt me, and I would be okay. I think as I got older, that got harder, because real life started happening, and real feelings started to be hurt, and mental health was just not killing it. Hence being unstable.
Dang, this got a lot darker.
It did,
than
but
I
I think that, like, again, music was a big thing that, like, and obviously I don't want to talk about, like, super dark stuff, but it's the reality of my life. I think I'm gonna keep this as light as possible, but take it for what it is. I'm pretty sure music saved my life. many
sure.
times.
No.
And I'm sure there are so many people that could say that.
Exactly.
But I believe that 100%. I believe that there's no way. I obviously, like, credit a lot of my mental health successes to music and God, obviously. I think
it's not God who gave you the talent.
No,
you're educated.
Not at all.
Not at all. You've done nothing.
No.
Ever.
I did it myself. What are we talking about?
Exactly. Self-help books.
Of course, yeah. Music for dummies.
Oh my gosh.
I started writing music because some stuff happened in my life, and
that makes sense.
I didn't have anyone to talk to, and I started feeling like a burden to people, and so I just started writing out how I was feeling, and I went to school for digital media, which basically I did sound editing, video editing, like all of that. So I learned a lot in school, but as far as, like, lyrically, I think a lot of it is just writing out my feelings
and then rhyming them
and making it sound good. So whenever I do write a song, I don't really overthink it as much as I probably should, but I also feel like I feel less anxious when I don't overthink things. So that's kind of where, like, my music has gone through its journey. But I think the last song that I wrote was probably my favorite. Yeah, I think it's
a good one.
It is. You heard it.
I have.
I think it mainly because it healed me from a lot. Like, it helped me to talk about it. In a way where I felt like I couldn't explain how I was feeling to people. Like, I didn't know how to tell somebody this is how I was feeling. Because I've talked to you about stuff, and, like, you know a lot. But there's always that fear, no matter who I'm talking to. It could be you, it could be Pulig or Kayla or whoever. There's always that fear of judgment and that someone's going to try to fix me and tell me that I shouldn't feel that way. And that's not something that anyone's really ever done. It's just my own fears and insecurity. So I wrote a song about it instead of talking about it.
Proud of you.
Thanks. And it felt good, but I feel like what's really cool is, like, now when I write songs, I send them to you in Pulig, and then you guys know how I feel.
Yeah.
So I don't really have to, like, talk about it. You guys are like, oh, okay. And then it's over. Like, It's what it is. And so, and then I sent you something, was it this morning? I think I sent you something on Instagram this morning, and I was like, I woke up feeling like this, and you were like, T.
Yeah.
But, okay, so, so it says, when you look at someone you used to love and feel nothing. And it says, finally inner peace. And I was like, dude, I woke up today feeling like that. And I haven't felt like that in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's obviously this part of me that I'm going through stuff right now. And I'm trying to not make it this super dramatic, like, my life is over. It's not. And I'm trying to not allow others to dictate how I feel. Which is hard, because I care about what people think.
Yeah.
Probably more than I should. But I think with this situation that I'm currently going through, I'm learning that I allow people to hurt me.
It's like, what does he say in The Princess Diaries? No one can make you feel less than without your consent.
Yeah. So, like,
that's right.
Anytime somebody hurts me, I'm giving them permission. Because, like, if think about it in the sense that I'm somebody, and we've talked about this, like, I'm somebody that gives somebody, I don't want to use that word. I give people more chances than I should.
I don't think that's true.
Depends on the person.
I was going to say, I think in the situation, I think you give...
In this specific situation, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like, there's obviously situations where you should be like, hey, maybe we should do that again,
Yeah.
And then people are like, nah, I'm going to let it do it again. like it's bad. But, like, obviously...
It depends on the person. It depends on how I feel about this person.
Jesus said 17 times 70, 70, 70, 70. I don't know how many sevens he said, but it was a lot.
It was a lot of sevens. But when somebody keeps doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over, and I keep giving them chances to change.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're done. Like, so.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for that feeling. I've been waiting to feel completely done. And that's taken 2 years. So, I felt good.
You're there.
I woke up today and I was like, you want to know what I also woke up feeling? I felt like something was wrong.
Because everything felt right?
Because I felt okay.
You know that's an actual phobia?
Isn't that crazy?
That's a real phobia. The phobia of, everything is going well, so that means that something bad must be coming.
Yeah. And then it did. So, I wasn't wrong.
Today?
Yeah.
What happened? You just said it was a good day.
It was a good day. It didn't happen to me.
Then that's not how that works.
Hold on. So, I didn't feel like there was something wrong with me. I felt like there was something wrong. Just in the world. So, it was weird. I was like, I woke up and I was like...
Look at this cute little book.
Fork? What does it say?
It's called The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm. It's a Aragon book.
You were talking about Dear Evan Hansen. And I wanted to show you a song because it's my favorite.
So, that musical was the first time I had ever tried singing Broadway challenge songs and could hit all the notes.
Okay.
I can hit all the notes in Waving Through a Window and For Forever. If I properly warm up my voice, I can hit Ben Platt's song.
I'm so proud of you.
And so that was really weird for me.
What else can we... Oh my god! Let's talk about a book that I'm starting to read, which makes so much sense for who I am as a human being.
I'm very proud of you. The Psychopath Test. That's fun. That's...
Okay, ready?
No.
I'm going to tell you what it's about.
Yeah, no, I sort of figured. I thought you were going to be like, Chapter 1. Harry Potter. And that's just like, the Dursleys were...
Shut up.
Just goes into it.
Basically, this guy...
That's the side business. Voice acting. Sorry. That would be
Who is
that would
texting
be
me?
a dream.
I'm here?
Here you go.
I don't know. Okay, can you give me a second? Somebody's at my house, and they just texted me. I'll be
That's
back!
creepy.
Hold on!
Great.
Coming! Back!
Okay.
So Emily texted me, they were like, I'm here! And I was like, okay. And I guess they didn't want Kayla to know. And
That they were there?
They were at my house, yeah.
Make way.
They were trying to surprise my sister. Oh my gosh, guess who I'm getting lunch with tomorrow?
Lin-Manuel Miranda? Because that's the
how do
song
you
I was
know?
singing. No? That's a no?
That's a big no.
Who?
Fernando.
Not me. Oh, very, very cool.
I know. He texted me, or no, he called me today. And I was like, what the heck? But he was trying to go visit my sister at work. And he didn't know which one she worked at. So,
It's very cool.
yeah. So he's like, can we get lunch tomorrow since you work down the street from me? Do you have anything on your heart that you want to talk about? That's like, that's it.
I mean, I thought we were going to do the random topic generator, not the breaking our hearts. Really, episode 2, man.
I was saying if there's anything that you were like, we should talk about that. Let's do this.
I mean, okay, go for it.
Okay, generate random topic. Go. It's literally doing it.
Generating random topic.
You ready?
Oh, I thought you were asking me.
No, I literally clicked the button.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I'm so proud of you. All right, let's go let's go on the list. Let's go number 3.
Okay.
Is that the one you're looking at? What a guy.
Are you looking at one too?
No, I'm looking at your glasses.
Oh, why?
Because there's a reflection in your glasses.
Can you see it?
I could see the laptop in your glasses.
Okay. What?
I said glasses so weird all 3 times.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Like glasses. Glasses.
It was like
that reminds me of like, have you ever seen
the
Disney movie Atlantis?
Yeah.
You know that part where she's like, where Miss Haggard's like, Commander.
Yeah.
For like a solid 5
and you're
minutes
like,
before
shut
you
up.
acknowledge it. Oh, it's so comedy gold. Love it. All right, let's go. Random topic.
Okay.
Let's see what my thought processes are on this.
Shut the front door. Okay. That's so funny because we just talked about this.
I don't know. Oh, we did?
If you had intro music, what song would it be?
The one that I designed for this specifically. Oh.
Like, and then so last night at Bible Talk we talked about if you had to listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be? That was so hard. I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay, guys, we were just getting into it and his freaking call failed. Let's try this.
Hello?
What'd you do?
It cut out.
Yeah, I know. It said call failed.
I didn't do anything. I don't know. It just called out. Yeah, it said poor connection, and then you started calling. And I was like, cool.
You're like, okay.
It's like fun.
Okay, so the song that you would listen to for the rest of your life would be Bohemian Rhapsody?
Well, that was like a joke.
I was like, seriously?
No, I get so bored of it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have any words in it.
Right.
Because I feel like if I heard the same words constantly for the rest of my life, I'd kill somebody.
I would be like, absolutely not.
It'd have to be... there's this one artist. His name is Masego. Great artist. You guys should look him up on Spotify.
Hi, guys. This is future me. As I'm editing this, I'm realizing he never told you the name of the song. What if somebody has, like, a bunch of songs, my guy? That would have been a good thing to tell everyone. So we're gonna, see if this fool is gonna come on the phone real quick and, give us the name of the song. He might not answer, so I apologize. He might be with his girlfriend. Hey,
Hey,
I have a quick question.
your question is?
So when I asked you what song you'd listen to for the rest of your life, you never told me what song it was. You just told me the artist.
Uh-huh.
What is the song called?
I can send it to you. The one by Masego, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can send it to you right now.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So once I get that, I hopefully will be able to tell you what it's called. But for now, we are just going to have to deal with it. And we have the name of the song. It is called I Do Everything. So if you are interested in listening to that song, it is I Do Everything by Masego. I am so sorry. And back to our regular programming.
He has this one where it's just like a 12-minute track of just him vibing on instruments.
I love
I
that.
probably listen to that because it's like it has sort of like a jazzy feel, and it's like it's sort of like I'm assuming that I could play this at like different times and it has different tempos at different measures and all that stuff.
Love
So
that.
I'm like, I'll do that because technically I get a bunch of different songs in one song.
Love that for you.
Mhm.
I understand what you're saying about like it can't have words because if I listen to my own songs for the rest of my life, just reliving all of that, you know,
Exactly.
don't want to do that. So you were saying a word English. This is hard. It's hard.
It's not like it's your first language or something.
Okay.
You can't see it, but she's giving me an evil look.
I bet they could feel it with the silence though.
It's just an evil silence.
So I'm on the same page as you as far as like a song with no lyrics. It's called Electric Sunrise. It's fire. There's no words.
Just,
So good.
I heard that before?
I don't know. I
I've
can
heard
play it for
before.
you. This explains a lot about me.
I was like,
It was so nice at the beginning. Oh my god, this song is literally me. Think about it. At the beginning, it's all pretty. Then when you get to know me.
Yeah.
So that would be the song that I would listen to for the rest of my life. I don't know if I have a intro song though. I feel like it would probably be like something stupid. Oh my god, no, it would be a song from I'm cracking myself up today. That was so good. I love this soundtrack. Oh my god.
Where's that from?
Chronicles of Narnia.
That's sort of what I figured. I was like, wait a second. I've heard of this before.
So my
I don't know
intro
where.
song would be The Battle from Chronicles of Narnia. Because that makes a lot of sense.
I'd want like The King Returns from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that makes sense for you. So both of
I'll
our
be
intro
down for that.
music, our intro songs make sense for who we are as people. Love that. Question number 2.
Go for it.
Do you think technology will save or destroy the human race?
Oh goodness. Wow. I don't know. I think it just depends. You know, I think it depends on how reliant we become on it. You know.
How much more
That's really
reliant
it.
we become on it?
Yeah, I think learning how to, get, like adjusted and learn how to codepend on stuff.
Yeah.
Is a good thing, and you learn. But I think when people get like, I can't do a thing,
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Yeah, like it's weird, like I feel like obviously I don't want it to get to the point where like Terminator happens, Skynet.
Absolutely
but like
not. I'm good.
I think a future where like maybe we don't depend on technology, but we learn how to
like coexist.
use it efficiently. I guess is the thing I would say. Like I feel like it's sort of like I mean like it's the same thing. Like then you go into like the rainforest and all that junk, and you're like, well, we can barely learn how to coexist with nature. How are we going to coexist with this new terrible third front? So I definitely think it just depends on the leadership. that's gonna happen.
True.
But I have some type of hope.
I have faith.
I have faith that we're gonna be okay, but I have some type of hope that we're not gonna be stupid. Oh, I 100% have too much hope in humanity, but that's not the point.
No, that wasn't the question, so it's fine.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Next question.
Do you believe in soulmates?
Interesting. I do not.
I know we talked
actually.
about this, and I felt like I should ask you again.
I love this is probably just because I'm stupidly biased, but I love my way of thinking of soulmates. I believe that there is a soulmate, and I believe that he was not the created, but the creator, making us perfect for relationship with him, and just being overall amazing. I think God has a list of not even like a list, like he has like a list of like 1 through 10
Like
of people that you
people.
could end up with. Yeah, but I think honestly you can make it work with almost anybody if God's in it. Like my biggest thing, like when most people are like, no, soulmates definitely exist. I'm like, well, what happens if when a person who's in a relationship and they believe they're soulmates dies, and that last person who's still alive remarries? Does that make their first love any less valid? No. Like it doesn't make them any less valid. It just means that they're making it work with someone else, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I don't know. Like I've always thought it was weird because of that.
Yeah.
Like ever since I was younger, like I was like, oh, I can't wait to have a soulmate, and like a part of me was like, well, if I have a soulmate, what happens if they die? Am I just not going to be with anybody else for the rest of my life? And that's probably a super selfish way of thinking of it. But then I started looking at like the biblical ways of it, and I'm like, no, that's actually a really cool way of looking at it, because I'm like, because then, and I think we talked about this, because I'm like if someone, like let's say God made this person specifically for you, that sort of takes out the free will of it, like, oh, they're designed for you. You were going to end up with them no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what you did, you were going to end up with them. That sort of sucks, because then that gets rid of my choice of like, oh, I chose this person. Because I think something being handed to you is beautiful. But someone presenting something to you that they've obviously cherished and built, and then you choosing that and cherishing it yourself makes it way, way more meaningful to me, at least.
Yeah.
Like I know some. Yeah, like that's always been my thought.
I've always been somebody who like, I believe that you can love more than one person. Which is why I don't believe in soulmates. Because obviously, like, the whole idea of your soul only belonging to one person doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, no.
I feel like your soul belongs to God. And that's the only person it should belong to. But there's a difference between, one of the things that I've talked about with several people is the difference between a twin flame and your life partner.
Yeah.
Those are different. Twin flame relationships aren't based around love, but life partners are based on love. So that's one big difference. Your twin flame will probably cause you pain, but a life partner most likely won't, but they're not supposed to, but they probably will. And then a life partner is someone you want to spend your life with. A twin flame is someone you want to get away from. But it doesn't mean that you didn't love them. So, there's there's this difference between like somebody you feel drawn to, who could be a twin flame, is somebody who can like irritate you, but also infatuate you at the same time. And so it's like super complicated. I feel like, again, the whole idea that like God gave us free will and so we can choose who we love in some sense. I feel like as a human, I would get so mad at God and be like, I didn't choose to love this person. He's like, yeah, you did. Because that's not your person. And I'm like, try again. And I remember, like, even in my last I don't even know what to call it. I tried really hard. I prayed really hard. I was like, God, like, this is the one. Can you get on board? Like, I was so like, no, like, this is it. And he's like, no, girl, what are you doing? And it's really funny, like, you look back and, like, I think of, and I don't even want to give this person, like, the definition of because you're going to have more than one twin flame, but you have one life partner, supposedly. Or more than one if God, something happens. But, like, so your twin flame is basically supposed to be somebody who you love really hard and then hurts you. And I was like, oh.
What the?
Okay.
That sounds terrible.
It sounds terrible. But you're going to have more than one of those before you find your life partner. But your soul is connected to that person because they were supposed to be in your life. So I look at, like, the last 2 years of my life and I think, okay, like, so this all didn't happen for nothing. Like, and I start to feel a little bit better about it, where I've learned a lot about myself, and I feel like God has taught me a lot, and I've learned a lot about what I deserve, and even though, like, I didn't understand it at the time, and I thought that I was doing the right thing, and I was like, my walk with God was awesome, but outside of that, nobody knew me. And nobody knew what was going on, and he's like, that's not how you should be living your life. Your life should be something that honors me and brings glory to me, not you. And I was like, okay. We'll see how that one works out. And so it's really cool to look back at the last 2 years, and even last week, thinking about how upset I was just at everything that's happened to me. And sitting here now being like, everything happens for a reason. And I learned a lot. And I'm not mad. I'm actually really grateful. And I feel like I can see this person or see several of these people in public and not want to throw rocks at them. And then that in turn will not put me in jail. So, I feel good. I feel like we're growing emotionally. We are still unstable, but
Always.
We're growing and being better people every single day. Okay. That was really deep. I'm so sorry. This is not going to be as deep. This is probably going to be better. If you could bring back one TV show that was canceled, which one would you bring back?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
You're so dumb.
100%. It would be the first thing.
Oh my god, I can't.
No hesitation.
I love that. Why? And
Because,
this is not like, I'm not being mean. I just want to know.
Well, so there was plans to have a 4th season, and I was so excited. But then it got canceled because the production money went to the live-action blockbuster film, which was disgusting.
Which was horrible.
It was terrible. It completely whitewashed and completely changed everything.
It was also way too long. It was like honestly, 3.5 hours long.
If they made a good version of it, I'd watch it with no hesitation.
But it was so
but
long
then again,
and so bad.
I don't have qualms. I don't have any problems with sitting down and watching a really, really long movie.
No, but if it's good, that's different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If
that's
it's
what I'm
bad,
saying. Like,
I don't want to sit here for 3 hours.
Yeah, like I was like,
no.
Yeah. So I'd be like, no, give me season 4 of the original animation, and maybe that'll influence to make an even better secondary show, so we don't get the trash, which is Legend of Korra.
Yes.
I
My
love
answer's not that good. I actually have 2. No, wait, I have 3 shows that I'd bring back. One is from my...
Oh, what? We're doing multiple shows?
I was just
We're
saying...
doing multiple shows? Then I have a list.
I have 3.
Alright, then you go your 3, and then I'll give you my other 2.
Oh my god, what is the one... Crap. I can't remember what that show is called. I'm gonna have to ask my dad. Hold on. Okay, so my mom, okay. My first 2 shows... Hold on, I'm gonna call my dad. This is our first guest on our show. My father.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Nice. What a guy.
Yes? I'm calling Dad. I already told him.
Second guest.
Kayla. Answer the phone! I'm gonna be so upset.
Yes.
Okay, do you remember that show? That oh my god, I just remembered what it's called. Never mind.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Thank you. Bye. It was like
Nice.
I needed to hear his voice for me to remember. Okay, so my show from my childhood is Lizzie McGuire. I want Lizzie McGuire to come back so bad. Then why? Dude, that show.
No, never mind. I'm not gonna answer that. I'm not.
Dude, I could go on. First of all, I love Hillary Duff. Hillary Duff is who I want to be. Okay, you asked me what I want to be when I grow up. Hillary Duff. That's what I want to be. Then there's a show called Forever, and it had 2 seasons, and it was so good. So basically, it was about this guy who literally could not die. And so every time he would get he worked for the police, and so he would he would get killed, and he would put himself in situations where he could get killed because he knew that he wouldn't actually die. It was so good. Oh my gosh, me and my dad loved that show. And then there's a show I just finished watching yesterday. No, this morning. It's a very girly show. It's called Jane by Design. The only reason that I want to have another season, or just for it to come back at all, was because the last episode ended like complete crap. Like, it was so bad.
Oh.
There was no resolution, and I was like so gypped of the whole 18 episodes that I just watched. I had nothing. I was so mad.
Nice.
So those are my 3. Go.
Okay, so obviously number 1 would be Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Mm-hmm.
That one. There's this one show called The Finder, which was this really cool, detective show about this dude who lived in the Florida, the Keys area, and would solve crimes through really weird methods. Because that's just how his brain works. He was a retired war veteran whose PTSD was his brain worked in a different way. But it was a super, super cool series. I wanted season 2 for that one because they were setting up for this big thing, and then they just ran out of funding.
Dang.
It sucks. Number 3, Ben 10.
Huh?
Ben 10. The show from my childhood that I just loved so much.
I just thought of another one, but I don't want to keep adding to it, so it's fine.
Yeah, no. Okay. Next random topic.
What is your opinion on tattoos?
Steadfastly against. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god. You could not be friends with me anymore.
No, I love tattoos. I've wanted tattoos since I was 6. Ever since I saw one of my cousins had tattoos, I was like, I want tattoos. Yeah. I want all of them.
I want all of the tattoos.
I would take all of the tattoos, please. I really love them. I think, I think just something about God's, just his way of creating us and just creating this blank space to where, he's like, your body's a temple.
Yeah.
But just being able to cover that in just beautiful artworks is just so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm sorry, this is future me again. There's a lot of awkward static coming up, so I want to apologize for the audio at this point. Not entirely sure what happened. I promise it'll be better next time. Thank you for sticking with us as we navigate this new podcasting life. But I hope you guys are enjoying our podcast so far. And back to your regular programming.
And just some of the stuff that people get is just so beautiful. I think it just looks so cool.
My opinion.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
that made it sound really sarcastic. I have a crap ton of tattoos, so that's why. My opinion is I love them. I'm gonna
Sure.
keep getting them.
Yes, you probably will.
Uh,
I'm getting a series of 3 arrows on my wrist,
that's right.
on my forearm, with 3 different inscriptions on each arrow.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I have a whole folder of tattoos that I want.
Yeah, so do I.
If you want me to talk about all of them, we can talk about all of them another day.
Exactly.
Okay. To give younger you one piece of advice, what would it be?
Don't get too attached to your phone.
Really?
Yeah,
With everything that's happened in your life, that's your advice? I'm not judging your advice. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think it
Okay.
would just be, just continuously, just be present in whatever you're doing.
That's better than saying don't get attached to your phone.
Yeah.
Just be present.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
What about you?
Get out of Santa Cruz as fast as you can.
Okay.
I feel like I'd be a different person. So
That's true.
I guess that like, if I don't know if we'd be friends.
That's true.
So maybe not. See, it's hard to give yourself advice because it's like, if I gave myself that advice when I was 10, actually I could have avoided a lot of hurt. But I also would have not been friends with you or a lot of the people that I'm friends with.
That
So
makes sense.
it's hard to like, I would say just because you fail at something doesn't mean you're a failure. I hold a lot of weight on my successes in life. That's
I can see that.
If you guys know anything about me, the one thing that I've learned in the last 2 years is that you don't need to be friends with everybody. And you're not gonna be friends with everybody. I, for the longest time, thought that I needed everyone to like me. Guys, that's so much work. Don't do that. Not everyone's gonna like you. It's okay.
True.
As long as
True,
you
true,
like
true, true,
you,
true.
that's what matters. And find I'll say 3 or 4 people that like make you better. And just stick with those people. You can have, and those are your people. That's your group. Those are your like, that's your ride or die. You can have a few other people on the outside that are like there, and they're like, "What's up, girl? Dude? Man? I don't know.
Guy? Person?
You know, you can have those people. They don't have to be your friends, but they can be people that you're like cool with, you know. But just make sure you have solid 3 or 4 people that you can depend on when you're sad, or when you want to talk about things. But you also don't, and this is also something that I've learned, you don't want to be super dependent on these people either. Because one day you're going to grow up. You're going to become an adult. And all of you are going to have to go your own way in life. And you don't want your dependency on each other to hold each other back. Which is something that I'm learning right now. So, find your people, love them for the time they're in your life, because they'll be in your life forever. They just might not be directly in your lives forever. You haven't directly been in my life for a minute, so do you know what I mean? Like, you're here, but you're not here.
Yeah.
Like, Kayla and Pulig are here. I talked to somebody on the phone the other day, and they had said that they felt like I didn't want to be friends with them because I was ignoring them. And I was like, I don't want to be friends with anyone. Like, I said it as a joke, but like, I feel like there are those people that I'm just like, y'all are here, y'all are living your lives, but that doesn't mean we need to hang out or like hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Like, we don't need to do none of that. Like, we can be acquaintances. I can literally, like, whenever you call me or text me, like, I don't need to answer the phone every time. You don't have to rush to answer every phone call or every text. Just live your life. Be present. Do what you want. I'm not the best person to give advice. Also, we need to preface that our like tagline for this is totally qualified to talk, which we are not. So,
I like how that has to be said. Like, it's totally 100% true.
It's very true, and it makes so much sense based on all the stupid that we have just said for the last 2 hours.
It's just a lot of sarcasm, you guys.
It's just I hope that none of this comes off as, like, serious. Like I'm trying to give advice. Guys, no. If you want advice, go find somebody that's qualified to give advice. Go to a therapist.
Yeah.
I am not that.
She is not. I am not.
No. I feel like we need to do a disclaimer.
We gotta put a disclaimer at the beginning of every one.
Every single episode is 100% sarcasm. I'm gonna do that this time.
Yeah.
Also, guys, let's talk about the fact that our intro music is fire. And because we didn't talk about it last time, you made it.
Yeah, I did.
And it's so good.
That was fun. I had a lot of fun making it. I thought it was super simple.
It was so good.
And a lot of people are like, "No, it was so good." And I was like, "Oh, thanks."
Very good. Hey, if you think about it, the fact that people told you it was good means that they listen to our podcast.
Yes, that's exactly why they told me that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else do you want to talk about? I feel like we talked about a lot.
We talked about a lot today. Should we end it here?
Maybe. Do we just do we tell it?
And that's been conventionally unstable, guys.
Oh my god.
I hope you guys enjoyed and were not as disappointed as you were last time.
I see. Here's the deal. If they were disappointed last time, they definitely didn't come back.
That's true.
So, hey, it's what it
Win
is.
for them. They won. They're here.
I want to know, who are our day ones? You know what I mean? Like, I want to know, who are the MVPs that came through?
We're gonna have to get big, make a Patreon, and then we'll see the day
No,
left.
we're not doing that. Absolutely not.
Hey guys, so we have a Patreon now.
No, we don't.
No,
Stop.
it's disgusting.
If you are listening to this on SoundCloud, go listen to this on YouTube and comment if you actually listened to this. Because guess what?
Yeah.
You have to make it to the end to hear this part.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's
yeah,
how I know that you guys are like the MVP. You want to know what's going to happen? Nobody is going to comment anything.
Probably, but it's okay.
You know what's going to happen?
No
You're going to go listen to it and be like, I'm here!
I did it. We have no expectations, but I'm just glad that we were able to be here and just do this.
Well, it's been fun. I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat.
So am I.
We'll talk to you later probably anyway.
All right.
But we will see you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next.